Welcome to Routes and Returns, the business of travels. Here, we go beyond bookings to the real conversations, strategy, decisions, and experiences that drive the industry. This is where travel meets insight. Routes and Returns is brought to you by Saham's Travels Group. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Routes and Returns. And as usual, let's welcome Mr. David S. Bator, the travel industry guru. Round of applause. So, what we do here. Last episode, we're talking about decisions. As the first and the other episode, we're talking about decisions. We're going to be continuing that because, based on popular demands, that's what we do here. We're going to continue talking about decisions. And if I am not mistaken, the last episode we ended it at where, you had to make decisions as regards the people you hire. And I call them the genies of, people that will help you make the customer's dream come true. Now let's bring it back to our customers. So, they say customers are always right, and then they say customers influence decisions in business making. So has there been any time when the customers have made you make a decision that changed the major decision in your business?
Okay, yeah. It's good to be here again.
You're welcome.
To answer that, I think saying a customer is always right to me, I think is a misconception. A customer is not always right, but the customer should definitely be heard for the business to grow. So, for example, if a customer gives one feedback about something, it should be looked at. But if 10 customers or 5 customers give feedback about that particular thing, then something is wrong.
And something needs to be done.
Something needs to be done about it. And I think that our company is a company that listens a lot to customer feedback. Because there's some customers that have traveled more than you, that have traveled more than us. There are customers that have gone to destinations that we have not heard about, right? Some cities that we've not heard about. And they will come to you and, they will tell you about it. So it's your duty to research and, know how to treat such a customer. So I feel customer feedback is very, very, very important. And I think customer feedback is what has even helped us to expand to where we are right now. When we started this company, we were doing just study abroad. It was the customer feedback and the staff feedback that said, okay, you do study abroad, why not start issuing tickets? It was the customer feedback that said, okay, why not start doing other tourist visas besides study visas? Most things that we have achieved here is from customer feedback. I won't sit here and try to take all the glory.
You see, we listen. That's why you need to use us. We listen to you. We listen.
Absolutely.
So, you just talked about the feedback that customers give and then which helped scale the business. So, how do you distinguish from which customer feedback you should act on and which you shouldn't?
As I said earlier on, if it's one customer complaining about one thing, sometimes it's just maybe emotions. But when one or two or more than one customer
complaining about
the same thing, it should be something you should look at, because there may be a pattern in your company that is wrong
that you didn't even know about.
You didn't even know that needs to be addressed. For example, let me just give you one very funny example. Back in the day, talking of 2015, thereabout, there was somebody that advised us that if a couple is traveling and maybe the wife came to do the bookings with us, the husband can come and continue from there. It's two are one now.
And two shall live and become one.
So there was this couple that wanted to travel. I remember very well. It was to Atlanta. Yes, from Abuja. Then we were just in Abuja, and then it was a man that it was a wife that was coming to us. They did the family trip and all. Then the man now came later that he doesn't want to travel again. That we should cancel
the trip.
Then we being naive didn't think so much. We
Mm-hmm.
so in our defense, we just didn't cancel it, but we went to the woman to like ask her that, Ma, are you your husband said we should cancel this ticket? Should we do it? She just laughed about it. She didn't say anything. And these things are time bound. And we went ahead to cancel this ticket. Hey, these guys, the raining of terror on us was not even
Hey.
the bad thing. We had to rebook that ticket again at a far more higher cost. And then the man was like what kind of agency would somebody book ticket and another person? Him and is another person that will come behind.
And tell you,
So I now learned that see
two is not one.
two
No.
is not one way. This business high non-disclosure agreement, even whether it's your twin, whether it's your father or your mother, in short, even if it's your child that comes to book and you as a parent comes to cancel or to change or to even ask details about
it.
that trip, we are not going to give to you. And we also make sure that all our staff sign NDAs. So what that means is that even as a staff, this is a very weird example, but even as a staff, if your husband books a ticket to travel with this, no, that's his
No, but it's true because
you cannot do anything about it based on that agreement.
because you're not
It's
supposed to
corporate.
know.
You are not
Yes.
supposed to know.
Leave the office where it is,
Leave it where it is.
But
Exactly.
but I think I see where you're coming from, and that's how people get into trouble these days.
Yeah, so that is we now going against the feedback. But then, of course, most times we've gotten lots of amazing feedback from our good clients. This is also a shout out to all our clients out there who call us and ask us and tell us how we can do things differently and better. And we are really, really appreciative. Without you, there won't be us. Thank you very much.
Just to reiterate, we listen to you.
Absolutely.
We listen to you. But anyways, that was really nice. So there are times when I've heard people say their businesses hit a brick, or there's when creatives say they have a creative roadblock. I know that businesses go through that as well. So, and there are times when businesses will face difficult periods. So during these difficult periods where things become challenging, how does this affect your decision making? How does your decision making process in this whole challenging period go?
Yes. One thing about your questions that I like is they are taking me back memory lane. Right. During hard times, the worst thing that you can do to yourself is to be emotional, or to make erratic changes.
Okay.
And I want to give you an example. But before I do, I want to also say that most people go and check your facts, data. Most people become millionaires, or that most millionaires are made during hard times,
Challenging
economic
situations.
depressions, pandemics, or whatever you call it. So let me give an example. During COVID, we heard about COVID in December, November of that year in China. We know how things happen. You heard
You will not
from
first believe
afar.
it.
You don't think it will come
Yeah.
close to you. So we thought it was a Chinese virus, and some of these things come up in Asia once in a while, but we didn't know that it was going to come to us. So
And
we're
become
still-
a lockdown in the whole world.
Exactly. So we were faced when it finally came. We're faced with a lot of things. Number one, clients were asking for refunds, and these refunds, airlines were not giving refunds. Clients were asking for refunds. We had already booked tickets. We had already booked hotels. We had already made travel arrangements for most of our clients, and they were asking for refunds. So this was a time that we needed to up our customer service game by assuring them that, of course, their money wasn't lost, and that they should give us more time to get back to sort it out, not ignoring calls, because the easiest thing to do is to ignore calls. That's the easiest thing to do, and sometimes you contemplate, you see a call, what should I do?
You know, all these customer service people, they'll tell you, don't tell people, don't say you have difficult clients. Say that you have
unique
clients.
clients, you know.
But we know, you know.
Some unique clients, even despite everything that was going on, as calling us, do this, do that, give us money, back money. This was time we had to assure them and of course let them know that this was what was going on, but that their money wasn't lost. And that when things got back together, we would, sort them out and all. And then of course our staff anymore, money wasn't coming in, but we had to pay salary, right? So this was not also a time to sack people because
True.
people have labored in your company for years, and then maybe because money is not coming in, you let them go. So this was also a time to reassure staff. Of course, we're paying salaries, but after some months we couldn't afford that anymore. So this was a time to reassure
People.
um, people in the company that see you, this is what is going on. Communicate. Don't be a tough person that doesn't say anything and then people are not making up assumptions. Communicate with your team. This is what is going on. And even me, I don't have all the answers, but let us be together and
Find a way to sort
find a way to
this
sort
together.
this out. And that was what we also did to keep our staff
Okay.
during COVID. So both our staff and then our clients. And then, but most importantly, the opportunity was there. It was during COVID that we started doing our private jet charters. Yes, because as I mentioned, during such situations, such periods, opportunities would come. We did a
Yeah.
lot of charters during COVID. We did Lagos, US, and back, and we did several charters from London to Lagos and Abuja as well. We even did an evacuation flight from Ukraine to Abuja and Lagos as well. And during that time, I also made lots of customers who were now like HNI that could afford maybe the private jet services, and of course some of them were
Due to the distancing, they now wanted to,
exactly, and of course our services were also unique because there were very, very few. You could count them on your fingers that were doing private jet services that period. So we were able to upscale our vendors, get more high-end vendors, get more high-end clients, and after COVID, we even earned more. Yes, that was because we didn't panic. That was because we didn't panic. We didn't get emotional, and we also tried to communicate and not run away from the situation that we were facing.
Okay, so based on, you said you didn't panic, you didn't run away from the situation, and you were able to communicate. So how did you come to this conclusion that, oh, I need to calm down, I need to communicate with my people? How did you handle this whole thing, the pressure when it hits, the challenges when it hits? You as a leader, how did this pressure, what's the word? How did it take a toll on you, and how did you handle it?
It took a toll on me. It took a very, very big toll on me. And as I will say, when a pandemic or something negative is happening to the company, everybody's looking at the leader.
And they don't know what the leader is facing. Yes.
So that's the period where you also need to be very calm, right? Because God forbid, it does say something is happening in our office, and then I just come in scattered, my hair is all calm, and I'm looking all edgy. You guys are automatically going to start getting scared.
First ask
You
questions.
go and tell your mother will tell you not to come to work. You that I know your mother say don't come down.
You first ask questions. You first go in quietly, sir. Are you fine?
Because your mother is always calling at home, everything.
No, well, we'll first ask questions. The staff you hired, we are empathic.
Make sure your mom watches this episode.
We'll first ask, sir, are you fine? Before we now know the next step and course of action.
Exactly.
So, because I really like to know this type of thing, because leaders, most times, I'm the kind of person that I don't panic, but you can see it on my face that, oh, something is going on. But I really needed to, because that was a really challenging time. Customers are calling you back to back. Some people will even call you as far as 1 a.m.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I really need to know how you, because you also had your staff on you as well. So it's something that people out there can also learn, because I'm sure it wasn't something that's sometimes you will not even sleep.
Don't be emotional. Number one, don't run away from the situation, because that's the easiest thing to do. Don't pick us, run away, and try to explain things. It's a pandemic now. Everybody will understand. No,
It's
don't do
everywhere.
that. That was what I wanted to do, but I just knew that was the wrong thing to do. Then number two, be very calm. Try to be very calm. This is where your EQ, the EQ knowledge I asked you guys to go and research and learn about. This is where it comes into play. Emotional intelligence, because everybody else is scared. You cannot be scared. You cannot, because some customers that have been really nice to you will call you and be shouting. What are
So
you
you
going to
and
do
the
about it?
customer cannot be scared together.
Scared together, and all. Then this is also a time where you need to really up your customer service game. Know how to talk to people, know how to give them alternatives, and at the end of the day, hard
And
times
diffuse
to
the situation.
diffuse the situation. Hard times to have a way of coming to an end. That's a good thing about life. Good times come to an end, so hard times as well.
Okay.
Yes. And the good thing is that when you pass through those hard times and you actually pass through it, you come out stronger, better, and more experienced.
I've learned something today.
Yes.
Communicate. So we just spoke about a decision, or rather an experience that really challenged you. So we want to ask now, these experiences that you've had and what they have taught you. So if you could go back to your younger self and say, oh, this thing is a weird thing I saw on Tom and Jerry, where the future Tom came to tell the present Tom that don't make that decision. So if you could go back and tell your younger self something when it comes to your business, what decision and what advice would you give to your younger self when going into the travel industry,
Um.
or rather the hospitality industry?
Yes. One good thing that we did was we stayed small long enough. Right. This is very popular saying that I really love. They say stay small long enough
Okay.
and you'll be big soon enough. I don't know whether I quoted it correctly,
But it sounds nice.
yeah, yes. But what it's trying to say is that start small, be lean both for the company and yourself,
Okay.
and soon enough, the time you're going to be big. Not by you trying to um, fake it until you make it kind of thing, but you grow organically. Like I always tell you guys, when you jump up, you do what?
You come down back.
But when you grow up,
You can't come
then you
down.
go shorter than you are right now.
Oh, sir.
No. No, she took it literally now.
No, but for the record, yeah, I'm a short person.
No, you're
a
not.
5 foot short girl. So just let me put that out there. But anyway, I understand what you mean.
But again, another thing is that when we also first started, we used to be scared of hiring. Like I remember one time we were doing interviews. Then we were at MIB Plaza in Wuse too. One small tiny office like that, and we did this job adverts.
Okay.
And then like people came like with suit and everything, and we're like scared, like man, we can't hire
The
this
people
kind of
that are
guy.
hiring you.
Like we even like got people among us, this kind of guy, we know if you hire him, we know if you pay him. But going back now, like we just would have done that. Hired experienced people to help build and scale us faster.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that is maybe what I would have done differently. And then again, what we now do, I don't think maybe I would have done it differently, but we didn't have the money to. Was to build people. Then we didn't have money. And me too, I was not building myself now, so we were just trying to survive.
You can't give what you
can't
don't
give what
have.
you don't have. But of course, if we had more, then I would say grow your team, build people, grow your team, and grow the business together. Don't be someone that wants to be on the top alone. It's lonely at the top, it's safe. But when you go with your people, you guys can have dinner up there, right?
Okay. That's really good.
Another thing that I wish I did was to actually you may only did this part, but fire from people that I tolerated far longer. You understand?
No, but that's actually something that you need to, like you said, you need to learn to know when to say no, when to stop.
Yeah. Some people we gave them so much of a mile, which after they had showed us who they were
Pepper.
by an inch, would have let them go.
Like they say,
You
Yoruba men
understand?
will show you pepper. So they literally showed pepper.
Please, I distance myself from that. I love Yoruba people. I
I
appreciate
love
them.
Yoruba people
I
too, but
appreciate them. I'm in their land. I'm doing business. They welcome me. Whatever she has said, I am not part of it. This does not represent Mr. M's good plan. And please, it
we
should be
love
that.
all brands, all tribes, please. Okay. Our director is laughing behind the scenes, just so you know. In all this decision we've been talking about, there are some questions that I felt like I really needed to ask you, some that stuck with me while you were speaking. So I wanted to ask, what's one business decision you wish you made sooner while growing the business and in this travel industry?
I really don't have anything that I think I would have done sooner besides believing in myself more. I believe in myself, I would have done that more. Yes.
Because that could have pushed you to do more
Do more
things in
things
confidence
and
and
approach more, more bigger brands or more corporates to work with. But sometimes, self-doubt, I would have just believed more in myself. But I believe in myself, I would have done more.
believe.
Yes.
Okay, so what's one mistake that hurt you the most? So if there's one thing I can say, I love the stories. There are experiences that when they say people experience things so that you don't experience them. So what's one
Trying
thing?
to grow without putting the right structures in place. Costume.
So
Walls of Jericho, girl, don't fly.
okay,
That's how-
but what if they had the right structure in Jericho?
I don't know, but that's how you crash.
Ah,
Yes. Not like
So-
I'm not saying Jericho didn't have the right structure,
Okay,
but that's how
okay.
you crash. Yeah.
so just to put it out there, if
Yeah.
you don't have the right structure, you'll crumble like the walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
So another thing I actually want to know what this is. What's overrated when people talk about the travel or the hospitality industry? What's overrated when it comes to the industry?
When people fancy branding without operational excellence. Travel and hospitality thrives with excellence and customer service. So when you put branding and you cannot back it up with excellence,
So you put the face out there, and then when they come for the services, it's
nothing. Yeah.
But we're not trying to say branding is not good, sha.
Yes.
But put one before the other. So so we asked what's overrated. Now what's underrated in hospitality? Travel industry as well.
For me, I would say consistency.
So
Consistency is
keep
very
showing
important.
up.
Show up whether you feel like or you don't feel like. Bad days, good days, rainy days like in Lagos. That's why I like my Lagos people. Whether rain, sunshine, flood, we will show up
According to we
and
young
look
people,
untouched.
active.
The rain this morning, now look at how we're looking.
Active. According to young people, active.
Yes.
So that's actually one thing that I feel like people do not notice. And there's one thing my CEO says, Mr. David, he says that there are some times when you show up to things and then people it might not mean anything to you, but in the future it's people are looking out there and then they're seeing it, and then it might come to be something that would help you someday. So keep showing up. Consistency.
Absolutely.
So what's one leadership lesson? We're in the travel industry, the hospitality industry, you deal with people every day. So what's one leadership lesson that you've learned that you feel entrepreneurs out there can use to scale or maybe help them in their businesses?
Okay, I have lots I've learned about this journey, but one important thing is don't just build a house,
Okay.
build people. And those people will build the business. Yes.
Word. Don't just build a house, build people, and those people will build the business.
Absolutely.
We need to tag that on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's one thing that people misunderstood about this running a travel or a hospitality business?
You are not just booking hotels or flights or safaris or whatever, you are
Doing a
making
whole lot of
creating experiences for people. Yes.
like you said, we are the people that they bring their dreams to,
Exactly.
and we make their dreams come true. So
Exactly.
literally, you're giving me your dreams
Yeah, so,
in my hands.
so when you are booking that ticket, when you are doing that hotel, when whatever you are doing, know that you are creating an experience for somebody. Yes, and that experience is going to be with that person for the rest of their lives. That should change the perspective and how you go about it. Yes.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay, so in all this being said, what's one rule or one decision making rule that you live by currently?
Okay, I make decisions based on long term, not short term. And that was so. Now let me rephrase this. Now I make decisions based on mid term, not short term. Because these days you cannot make on long term because the way the world is changing every time, every other time.
That's true.
So yeah, but of course the principle is still there. Don't make decisions based on immediate gains and all. That's why I always tell you guys that when a client comes, don't be interested in profit first. Leave profit for now. Be interested in creating experiences for that person, for satisfying that client, for making that client happy. When you achieve that, that client is going to bring more people to your company, and that immediate profit that you thought you would have gotten, you will get more because
through
you
the
get
referrals
more people,
and things,
more business, and of course, more growth. Yes.
Okay, so today make midterm decisions.
Yes.
Midterm decisions, people, midterm decisions. So this has been very eye-opening, and I'm sure it's been very eye-opening for everyone there out there. So we have come to the another end of an episode, with us, the usual person, Mr. David S. Bator, the travel industry guru. Please clap, 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 clap. Thank you very much for tuning in, and see you same time next week. Routes and Returns. We out. So that was today's episode. Tune in to the next episode of Routes and Returns. Do stay tuned for more episodes. Bye.
Rocket.